Okay, week 7 of programming this week, guys. We'll start off with Monday. Back squat as regular. We got every 2.5 minutes. We're going to complete one back squat for 7 rounds. And we're going with that 4 second pause at the bottom. So we got 2 seconds less compared to the last time being 2 weeks ago. The idea here is to build some strength at the bottom, but as we're getting closer to like less time at the bottom, now we're kind of building up in more weight. Still, we want to use control to get down to that position. And we want to show control at the bottom, but we can drive the weight up a little bit more. So we will progress to that 2 second pause at the bottom later on in the cycle, and then eventually just go right into doing that full back squat. The idea is like let's build some good strength in that bottom position. When we hold that position, all our muscles are engaging and we're creating strength there. That's going to help us once we get to the bottom of that back squat or any squat position to be strong enough to kind of drive ourselves back up out of it. So lower body strength, as you guys know it, is the theme of Mondays. WOD for today is straightforward, 10 calories, 10 burpees for 10 minutes. So high intensity is what we're looking for today. It's like I want you guys to be working at a challenging pace. So you feel like, okay, if I go any faster, I might burn out, but you don't want to get to that point. You want to kind of be just a little bit lower than that so that you can sustain it for the 10 minutes. So trying to get as much done in that 10 minutes as possible. No water breaks, just keep moving. I would say see if you can aim to get 5 to 6 rounds minimum in these 10 minutes. And then if you can drive even more out there, go for it. But this one is meant to be done at that high intensity. So start off our Monday right with that one. Tuesday, our conditioning day, 5 rounds, incremental sets. So we're going to challenge ourselves to try to get more done every round going forward. So that means starting off with an easier pace. So just kind of lighter pace so that you can kind of have a little gradient of speed or output across the 5 rounds. So how it works is 3 minutes on. We're going to do 20 box jump overs, 12 alternating hang dumbbell snatches, and then max calories on the bike in the remaining time, rest 3 minutes. So the idea there is like, okay, we want to get these box jump overs and the dumbbell snatches done so that we can jump onto the bike and start to get some calories done. Let's say the first round we score 10, the next round after that, try to score 11 or 12, and then try to get a little bit more every round going forward. And ideally, if you were to look at your score from start to finish, let's say the first round's 10, then the next round's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, then we know you've paced it correctly and you've tried to get more reps every time. Just make sure you don't make the mistake of going at 100% really hard out the gates in the first round, because then trying to do 110% effort and 120% effort is just not going to be likely to happen. You'll burn out early. So a lot of this is going to be also some kind of intuitive pacing. So seeing how you feel when you do that first round and then adjusting your pace as you go forward. So make sure you pay attention to that. Wednesday, we're going to change up the gymnastics work a little bit for the last half of the cycle. We're going to work a little bit more on our core and some of the toes to bar movement. So we have 3 to 5 sets, 5 body lever negatives with the slow descent. These are surprisingly really challenging, especially if you get your body into a nice straight position and you're trying to keep yourself like a board and then coming down as slow as you can. They really get your core. 10 knees to elbows with the slow descent, and then 10 to 20 banded lat pull downs with a rest in between as needed. And the idea here is like we're trying to build our lats, build our core. Whether you want to get toes to bar or you want to just get stronger at your core and get better at midline strength, this is going to address all of that today. So we got some skill work, some strength work here that could be applicable to any movement. Whether it's strength, just general kind of core strength, or you want to work up to a specific gymnastics movement like a toes to bar. Following that up, our workout, 3 rounds, 4 time, 400-meter run, 25 weighted push-ups. So this is a weighted push-up workout. The run's kind of like a little break for your arms. More of the cardio, the push-ups are going to be where we're going to be really challenging the strength and the stamina. So the idea here is like you're putting that plate, so a 15-pound plate for the guys, on your like upper back there, kind of, I'd say upper back, low back. So you have a little bit more of a challenge. And then 25 push-ups are probably going to be done into 3 to 5 sets. Okay, so if you're finding that really, really hard, obviously let's go to regular push-ups. If you find it really easy, go heavier, make it more challenging. So the idea is to work on upper body stamina. You will get tired from one round to the next, so expect that. You might have to break it up into smaller sets. Not bigger sets later on into the workout. So keep that in mind. But today is going to be a good upper body stamina, strength style workout. It's just really straightforward, just a run and weighted push-ups. That's all. Thursday's workout, strength work as usual. We're going to be kind of attacking those muscle groups that we don't usually train as much, and kind of get moving in different directions that we don't really get into. So we got 8 to 12 single dumbbell rear foot wall supported RDLs. I know these are long, but that's the best way I can explain it. These are Romanian deadlifts with basically our leg pushed up against the wall so that we can kind of keep our pelvis nice and straight without it rotating when we do RDLs. So this is going to attack the legs. And then we got staggered stance, one arm, low band row. So we got upper body, and then our last is our core movement. So we got lower, upper, and a core movement, 3 to 5 sets. Again, the idea is here, go slow, be within that 8 to 12 rep range. You will feel the muscles kind of work and get fatigued, and that's what we want, though we don't want to lose positioning or tempo of the movement. So keep that in mind for this part. And then our workout today. This one's for time, 120 double unders, 30 single arm Russian kettlebell swings, alternating. So you're going to switch every time at that shoulder height. If you don't feel comfortable with doing that, you can just break it up into like half of it on one arm, half of it in the other arm. Then 30 alternating single leg squats, 90 double unders, and then we're going to drop the reps down, 20, 20, 60, 10, 10, and then I forgot to add double unders here, and 30 double unders to finish off. So this workout is going to have a theme of unilateral, so meaning one-sided movement. So we're going to use one arm, leg, with one arm being with the kettlebell swings, and then with the one leg is the single leg alternating squats. So we're going to be challenging that. So there's a little bit of balance. This is really good for working on any weaknesses from side to side. So we're going to be addressing that today, and just have just a new kind of style of workout too as well. Just something different than what you're used to. So Friday's workout, to follow up, we're going to work on our Olympic lifts, one halting squat clean plus one squat clean here. So that means a halting squat clean, stopping at mid-thigh for 3 seconds before we continue on with the clean. And then we're actually just putting it together. So the idea here with the cleans are just like, let's work on technique, get the movement very comfortable, especially the lift off the ground. If you start to make mistakes early in the beginning of the clean pull, it shows up later in your catching position. So the better we can have a cleaner bar path in the beginning, it's going to help us receive the bar a lot better. So that's the focus here. Then our workout, 12 minutes. This one's going to be a shoulder strength stamina workout. We got 3 wall walks, 8 dumbbell dual push press. And then with those dumbbells, we're going to walk 4 by 25 feet farmer's carry. So your grip is going to be taxed in this one. Upper body is going to be taxed. I'm guessing, let's aim to get somewhere between 4 to 6 rounds in this one. But if you guys have some good stamina in the shoulders, you might be able to knock off some more. But let's be around that range for today. And the idea, like I said, is upper body strength and stamina. Then our Saturday workout, 5 rounds for time, 12 left arm kettlebell snatches, 12 right arm kettlebell snatches, 20 V-sits, 250 meter row with a 3-minute rest at the end. So conditioning is the stimulus. I would also argue that there is some skill work here too. Kettlebell snatches are a new movement, so we don't usually do that as much. But the idea here is we're not trying to learn the skill. It's more about the conditioning piece here, or the conditioning stimulus. So for those 5 rounds, we want to try to hit the round. So those 4 movements with about an 80% kind of intensity, because we have a 3-minute rest. Want to work for the rest, but make sure we're not going all out where your round times are getting slower. You want to try to keep the same round time, or maybe even get a little faster every single time. So that's Saturday's workout. And then finally Sunday's workout, We got a good little partner or individual WOD, 5 rounds for time, 20 bench press, 20 ring rows, and then 50/40 cal assault bike. Not row, assault bike there. And in this workout today, like this one's going to be a lot of upper body. So we got to push and pull. So it's going to help with building upper body strength. And then that calorie bike is your conditioning, or you can even look at it as your recovery from the upper body work there. So you can do this in partners or individually. And the idea here is like we're working on upper body strength, stamina, kind of like our Friday workout there. Break this up however you guys want. I would say bench press weights should be something that you guys can be able to do at least 5 to 10 reps of, and the same idea with the progression of the ring row. Other than that, if you do go individual, drop the reps down to 15. If you're going with teams, you can do a set of 20 total as a team. So keep that in mind today. Other than that, that's this week of programming. And we'll see you guys at the gym, and we'll see you next week too as well, going over the week 8. So have a good one, guys.